everyone, Miss GoElectric here. Today is Saturday, April 27th, 2024, and this is The Current, weekly EV news. I hope you find this latest episode to be the most helpful 10 minutes of EV and electrification stories available anywhere. There were many new car reveals this week, so let's dive in. An updated Tesla Model 3 Performance is now available. Highlights include a 4th-generation drive unit which can deliver 22% more continuous power, 32% more peak power, and 16% more peak torque. That works out to 510 horsepower with 546 pound-feet of torque and 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.9 seconds, with a top speed of 163 miles per hour. It has a new adaptive damping system which adjusts to driver and road inputs in real time to optimize ride and handling as well as comfort. Track Mode V3 now integrates motor controls, suspension controls, powertrain cooling, and Tesla's vehicle dynamics controller under a single unified system. The chassis is performance-tuned with hardware for improved stiffness, and the new Model 3 Performance delivers more power with lower energy consumption. The EPA range is estimated at 296 miles. Orders are now open starting at $53,990 before the $7,500 tax credit. Lease prices will start at $566 a month with $2,999 down, and deliveries are set to begin in May. Next up, Mini has revealed information on their upcoming model, the Aceman, which will come in 2 initial variants, the Aceman E and Aceman SE. The size is positioned between the Mini Cooper and the Mini Countryman. The Aceman E will output 184 horsepower with 214 pounds of torque and will reach 0 to 62 miles per hour in 7.9 seconds. It will have a 42.5 kilowatt-hour battery with 193 miles of range on the European WLTP cycle and charging speeds up to 75 kilowatts. The Aceman SE delivers 218 horsepower with 244 pound-feet of torque and reaches 0 to 62 miles per hour in 7.1 seconds. This has a little bit more capacity with a 54.2 kilowatt-hour battery, achieving 252 miles of range on the WLTP test cycle, and charging speeds of up to 95 kilowatts. Some notable available features and technologies include a digital key, remote parking and parking assistant pro, Spike, the voice assistant that learns over time, a head-up display with optional augmented reality integration, the new Air Console app which offers in-car gaming, turning the user's smartphone into a game controller, and a new standard trailer assistant that helps when maneuvering into a parking space with a trailer and offers advice on the required steering wheel angle while reversing. Mini did not announce pricing or delivery times. We are still unsure this will make it to the US market. Mercedes has doled out the specifications and capabilities of the new G580 with EQ technology, or the electric G-Class. It will have a 116 kilowatt-hour usable 2-tiered lithium-ion battery with 216 cells installed in 12 cell modules between 3 cooling levels. 4 individually controlled electric motors located near the wheels are integrated into its ladder frame. Each axle is fitted with 2 electric motors, 2 transmissions, and a double inverter in a shared housing, and allows Mercedes to offer a low-range off-road gear reduction, which they say ensures maximum torque and consistent temperature management. The combined output of those 4 motors equates up to 579 horsepower and 859 pound-feet of torque, with a 0 to 60 mile per hour time of 4.6 seconds, and top speed electronically limited at 112 miles per hour. Charging performance includes 11 kilowatts AC charging and 200 kilowatts DC fast charging speeds. They also offer 5 regenerative braking settings to customize the sensitivity. It will offer virtual differential locks through torque vectoring and maneuvering technologies, leveraging its motors at each wheel, including the G-turn feature, which essentially allows the vehicle to do a full 360-degree turn on the spot. This is a feature Rivian called tank turn, but Rivian disabled the maneuver to prevent property or trail destruction. As far as off-roading capabilities, the electric G will be capable of a 45-degree climb and lateral slopes of up to 35 degrees. It will also have a maximum fording depth of 33.5 inches. A 1-inch thick underbody protection made of a mixture including carbon is included. It has 9.8 inches of ground clearance between axles and a 32-degree approach angle, 30.7-degree departure angle, and 20.3-degree breakover angle. Adaptive adjustable dampers are standard. More features for off-roading will include their off-road crawl, which is an off-road cruise control to maintain slow speeds when ascending or descending a hill, and their transparent hood function, which is a camera view under the front of the vehicle for better visibility on trail. The electric G-Class will also have what Mercedes is calling the G-Roar. This is a sound they've made for the electric G-Class to sound like the gas-powered G. Take a listen. I know this was a hot button topic on the first episode I launched of The Current when we discussed the Dodge electric charger that made faux sounds. What do you think of Mercedes' attempt? The 2025 model year will be available in the Edition 1 trim exclusively in the US, which includes expanded standard equipment and unique design elements. Up next, Range Rover revealed photos of their first all-electric SUV this week with a teaser of their prototype testing, but little information was provided. Land Rover says both the 800-volt battery and drive motors are assembled in-house by the automaker. They also said the vehicle will be able to wade through 33.5 inches of water, 10 inches less than the Rivian R1S, which is likely to be the closest competitor. The Range Rover Electric is set to debut later this year based on the brand's MLA platform, which is shared with today's gasoline-powered Range Rovers. Out of these 4 new vehicle reveals, which are you most looking forward to? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Tesla, Ford, and GM all had something to say about their EVs' progress during this week's quarterly earnings calls with investors. With under 400,000 EVs delivered, Tesla posted its lowest delivery figures in 5 quarters. The company offered insights related to the product plan for 2024 and 2025. In this call, CEO Elon Musk referred to the upcoming robotaxi by the name Cybercab and said production is slated to begin within 2 years. He reiterated that Tesla plans to own and directly operate sizable fleets, a business model which significantly differentiates Tesla from all other EV automakers globally. They provided early renderings of the ride-hailing interface planned for integration with future versions of the Tesla app. The team also mentioned that one automaker has been in talks to license their full self-driving technology and that they expect to reach agreements with 1 or more automakers this year. The team revealed that work is currently underway at the Giga Texas plant to facilitate production of affordable models which have not yet been unveiled, with production to begin within 1 year. They also showed images of a construction site in Nevada where the Tesla Semi is scheduled to begin in late 2025. Ford saw a loss of $1.3 billion in their Model E all-electric vehicle division last quarter. They said they are intensely focused on reducing costs and cited recent progress in doing so with the Mustang Mach-E. Price cuts and other revenue reductions have outpaced the cost savings, and the company did not offer clear insights on how profit will improve in the near term. GM said in their earnings that Ultium EVs were up quarter over quarter. They showed a 74% increase of Ultium EVs produced and wholesaled quarter over quarter in North America, with the ramp accelerating towards projected profit by the end of the year. Seasonal buying trends and interest rates were cited by all 3 automakers as challenging factors this quarter. While these pressures are not optimal for companies, they seem to be forcing automakers to engineer and operate more efficiently, which moves the industry forward and ultimately produces better value for EV buyers. After last week's news that Honda is ahead of schedule at the Ohio EV Hub, they've now announced plans for a $11 billion electric vehicle epicenter in Ontario, Canada. It will include new assembly and battery plants with an unannounced partner. Vehicle production is scheduled for 2028, and it will have a capacity of 240,000 vehicles per year. The battery plant is expected to produce up to 36 gigawatt hours per year. Honda's CEO said, in North America, following the initiative to establish our EV production system capability in the U.S., we will now begin formal discussions towards the establishment of a comprehensive EV value chain here in Canada, with the support of the governments of Canada and Ontario. We will strengthen our EV supply system and capability with an eye toward a future increase in EV demand in North America. Looks like Honda is really starting to turn the corner and commit to an electric future. And actually, another Japanese automaker announced plant investments this week. Toyota has announced they will invest $1.4 billion into their Princeton, Indiana plant for production of an all-new 3-row electric SUV. Toyota says this investment will not only provide plant infrastructure to build the all-new electric SUV, but it will add a new battery pack assembly line. They'll be integrating lithium-ion batteries supplied by Toyota Battery Manufacturing North Carolina, which is slated to begin production in 2025. In February, Toyota announced a $1.3 billion investment in their Georgetown, Kentucky plant for the production of a separate all-new 3-row battery electric SUV. Toyota currently builds the Toyota Sienna minivan and SUVs including Highlander, Grand Highlander, and the Lexus TX in Indiana. They produce the Camry sedans and the RAV4 SUV in Kentucky. In this image, we can see Toyota's upcoming EVs. Which do you think they'll produce in Indiana and Kentucky? In policy news, the state of Washington has approved a new incentive for electric vehicles which provides up to $9,000 off a lease or purchase of a new EV. Single Washington residents earning up to $45,180 annually, or a family of 4 with income up to $93,600, will be eligible for a rebate of up to $9,000 for a lease of at least 3 years, and $5,000 for a new EV purchase or 2-year lease. Used electric vehicles are eligible for a $2,500 rebate. The state's Department of Commerce said that rebates combined with federal and automaker incentives could make monthly lease payments on at least 4 EV models less than $100 for qualifying customers. I'll link more information about the program in the description below. Well, that's all for this week's edition of The Current. We hope to keep making these videos and will continue to do so if we see growing viewership, so please consider subscribing and sharing this video if you found some value in this coverage. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, drive, fly, ride. Go electric.